Welcome to Ask Rare Class Notes YouTube channel. In this video, I will present a student-friendly and exam-oriented analysis of the poem, Good Timber, by Douglas Malloch. Before we begin, I kindly request you to support the channel by subscribing, and don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Thanks. Paraphrasing of the poem, Good Timber, written by Douglas Malloch. Stanza 1 original text. The tree that never had to fight for sun and sky and air and light, but stood out in the open plain, and always got its share of rain, never became a forest king, but lived and died a scrubby thing. Paraphrasing of stanza 1, line by line. The poet begins by saying that a tree which never had to struggle or work hard for the sunlight, open air, and space to grow, but it stood freely in an open area without obstacles, and always received enough rain without effort, such a tree never becomes strong or majestic like the tall trees in the forest. It remains small and weak all its life and dies without greatness. Paraphrasing of stanza 1, in a paragraph. In this stanza, the poet says that a tree that never had to struggle for sunlight, air, or space, and always stood alone in an open field where it easily received enough rain, never grew tall, strong, or impressive. Instead of becoming a mighty and admired tree in the forest, it remained small, weak, and unimportant throughout its life. The poet uses this example to show that comfort and ease do not lead to growth or greatness. Stanza 2 original text. The man who never had to toil to gain and farm his patch of soil, who never had to win his share of sun and sky, and light and air, never became a manly man, but lived and died as he began. Paraphrasing of stanza 2 line by line. The poet says about a person who never works hard or faces challenges to earn a living or build his life through effort, and who never struggles to achieve what he deserves, like sunlight, space, freedom, and opportunity. Such a person never grew strong, brave, or wise, and remains weak and unchanged throughout his life. Paraphrasing of stanza 2 in a paragraph. In the same way, the poet says about a person who never works hard or faces challenges in life, never develops strength, wisdom, or courage. A man who gets everything easily and never has to earn his place or fight for his goals remains weak and inexperienced. Without effort and struggle, he stays the same from birth to death, without growing into a strong and capable person. Stanza 3 original text. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger wind, the stronger trees, the further sky, the greater length. The more the storm, the more the strength. By sun and cold, by rain and snow, in trees and men good timbers grow. Paraphrasing of stanza 3. Line by line. The poet says that strong, high-quality wood does not grow easily. Trees that face powerful winds become tougher and stronger. Trees that grow in wide, open skies stretch taller and higher, and the more storms they face, the stronger they become. The poet says that the trees grow firm and resilient through all kinds of weather, hot, cold, wet, and dry. The poet says that just like trees, good and strong people are also made through hardships and struggle. Paraphrasing of stanza 3 in a paragraph. The poet explains that good timber, strong and valuable wood, cannot grow in easy conditions. Trees become stronger when they face strong winds and storms. The more they struggle against harsh weather, the tougher and taller they grow. Likewise, people become stronger, wiser, and better only by facing difficulties and challenges in life. Hardships help build character and resilience. Stanza 4 original text. Where thickest lies the forest growth, we find the patriarchs of both, and they hold counsel with the stars, whose broken branches show the scars of many winds and much of strife. This is the common law of life. Paraphrasing of stanza 4 line by line. The poet says that in the deepest parts of the forest, where many trees grow together, we find the oldest and strongest trees, the leaders of the forest. And likewise strong, wise people in life. These great trees, and great people, stand tall and seem to touch the stars, as if in conversation with them. Their broken branches and scars show the many struggles, challenges, and storms they have faced. They have endured many hardships and difficulties throughout life. The poet concludes that this is the universal rule of life. Only through struggle and hardship do strength and greatness grow. Paraphrasing of stanza 4 in a paragraph. In the final stanza, the poet says that in the densest parts of the forest, where the trees grow thickest and closest together, the tallest and strongest trees stand, we find the true leaders, both among trees and among people. These great trees' broken branches and scars show the many struggles, challenges, and storms they have faced. Similarly, great men bear the marks of struggle and experience. The poet concludes that this is the universal law of life. Only through effort, struggle, and hardship do strength, wisdom, and greatness grow. Summary of the poem. Good Timber, written by Douglas Malloch. The poem, Good Timber, by Douglas Malloch beautifully explains that both trees and people grow strong through struggle and hardship. The poet compares the life of trees to human life. He says that a tree that grows easily without facing strong winds, storms, or harsh weather remains weak and small, just as a person who never faces challenges stays ordinary. On the other hand, trees that face storms and tough conditions grow tall, firm, and strong, just like people who go through difficulties become brave, wise, and successful. The poet also describes that the oldest and mightiest trees in the forest bear scars from their struggles, showing that strength comes from experience and endurance. In the same way, great people also carry the marks of their challenges and victories. The poem teaches that true strength, growth, and greatness are born only from hard work and facing life's hardships with courage. The central idea of the poem, Good Timber, written by Douglas Malloch. The central idea of the poem, Good Timber, by Douglas Malloch, is that struggle and hardship are essential for growth, strength, and success. The poet compares trees to human beings, explaining that just as trees become strong by facing storms, winds, and harsh weather, people who face hardships and overcome difficulties become wiser, braver, and more successful. Without challenges, neither trees nor humans can reach their full potential. The poem teaches us that difficulties shape our character and make us stronger. True greatness and success come only through perseverance, hard work, and endurance. This is the natural law of life. Thank you for watching the video. Want to study in more detail? Check out my website. You'll find the link in the description below. If you liked this effort, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like, comment, and share the video.